to the Nets last year. They answer back with their 8th series sweep.
What's going on YouTube? Welcome back into another episode of the Out of Bounds show. Listen, we're just over a week into the playoffs and oh boy, what a week has been. We've had game winners, we've had the 20-point leads being choked away, we've had superstars averaging 10-11 points in the series. And there's so much going on right now. Where do we start off this show with a bang? I'm just playing it, you already know I'm gonna start. Listen, the Brooklyn Nets and the Boston Celtics. The Boston Celtics have managed to sweep, yes, you heard that right, sweep the Brooklyn Nets in 4 games, and boy, what a series this has been. I expected the Celtics to win. I said 6 or 7, I think, in the last episode, but I did not predict a sweep. I would have given, KD and Kyrie at least one game. One. But they couldn't even manage that. Listen, when I say they had KD in Alcatraz, the pressure they put on him, sending 2 at him, Tatum, if he can reach that superstar level and play KD like to a standstill, the Boston Celtics easily have a chance to win this series. But he surpassed that. I didn't expect him to go out like this, dropping 30 points each game, even though he fouled out in the last game, still managed to drop 30, I think, or 29. The defense he played as well, he was easily the best defender on Kevin Durant. Look at this. No easy shots for KD this whole series. Boom, offensive foul right there. What he done to KD this series was incredible to see. Like I said, man, I haven't seen KD this rattled since probably the Memphis series or the Warriors series. This was about 6-7 years ago. And when I say they didn't make it easy on him at all, you had Grant Williams stepping up for the Boston Celtics. You had Al Horford, who somehow turned back the clocks of time and was looking like he's 25 again, locking down KD. I saw Tatum block about 2 to 3 of KD's shots. When have you ever heard that? The only person I've seen block his shot recently has probably been Giannis, and he's 7 foot. Credit to the Boston Celtics coaching staff as well, because they said if KD switches to his left-hand dribble, as soon as you see that happen, attack him straight away, put pressure on him, and he's going to give the ball up. And you can see, I think he averaged about 4 to 5 turnovers this whole series. Like I said, man, it was an unusual series for the Brooklyn Nets. And then you had an added fact that Ben Simmons was flirting with coming back in Game 4. I personally thought he was never coming back because with him, he had a meltdown in the last year's playoffs. For them to throw him into this year's playoffs in Game 4, the most important game of the season, that was never happening. Look at the defense again. Look at that. Making sure he sees bodies at all time. Making sure he understands that even if he tries to drive, there's going to be 2 or 3 defenders in the paint waiting for him to block a shot. So how far can Boston get? That's the real question. Listen, you got Tatum playing at a superstar level. I'm talking about both sides of the floor, offensively and defensively. The pressure he put on KD, and then for him to be averaging 29, 30 points this whole series. And the thing is with Tatum, he was always a great scorer. We all knew this. You know, I always said he's like Kobe Bryant in the way he plays the game. But what I've seen in this series as well, his passing out of double teams, his passing into the corners for threes. Grant Williams probably had about 15 threes alone just from Tatum's passes. His ability, look at that, to Al Horford. Like, that wasn't in his game before. Before, it would have been a drive into the paint, take a contested mid-range shot. But you're seeing him understanding the game now. Look at that, making the right pass again. You're really seeing him understand how the game's flowing now. Jaylen Brown as well, playing amazing down the stretch as well. There's still an erratic play with him, but he's definitely been more consistent this year. Al Horford, again, turning back the clocks of time, looking like he's 25 years old, playing amazing defense against Kevin Durant. Again, locking down the paint. You've got Robert Williams and Marcus Smart, all world defenders as well. If they make it to the finals, he's my pick for finals MVP. What I've seen from him this series, going against what we all said was the best player in the world, he proved himself as he's one of the best players in the world at the moment. So, can the Boston Celtics make it to the finals? Listen, man, I truly believe they can. Listen, if you're KD and Kyrie, you guys have a long summer ahead of you. The slander they're about to get, or they've already started getting, the memes, tweets, even on NBA TNT, the way they've been going at them, listen, is long. So right now, it's looking like the Boston Celtics for me are coming out of the East. That burns me to say as a Lakers fan, I'll be real with you, but I have to be honest. And now, the Philadelphia 76ers. I told you lot, don't count the Raptors out. I said, okay, I picked the Raptors to win, even though they're right now down 3-2. Again, then the Sixers should close it out tonight. or I don't know when they play, I think it's tonight or tomorrow. They should have closed it out. However, you just can't trust the Sixers. You can't trust Harden in the playoffs. I told you, lot, he's been playing like a bum. I told you that the Raptors were going to be throwing bodies at him. He struggles a lot with length. That first step burst he used to have, listen, it's gone. And that's what happens when you hit over 30, man. Thankfully, I'm not there yet, but you can definitely see his game slow down. He's not getting the same calls he was. He's not blowing by people. And now with Embiid with a hurt hand, I think he's torn something in his ligament or something like that. You got James Harden, and then you got Doc Rivers, two guys who are notorious for choking leads in the playoffs. And listen, it's 3-2 now. If the Raptors manage to win again, I'm going to be looking like a genius first of all, because I did pick the Raptors to win this series. But it's going to be a scary, scary summer, because James Harden again is someone who's in line for a big contract this summer. But for the 76ers, are you going to be paying James Harden almost 60 million when he's about 37 years old? Listen, man, the Sixers got decisions to make this summer as well. If they choke this lead, again, they can always close it out. I expect Embiid to play at the MVP level. He has been playing out this whole series. Again, he was obviously talking a lot because he thought the sweep was coming, and now they've lost 2 in a row. So it's going to be interesting to see. Raptors or Celtics, who am I going to give it to? I just can't trust Harden, man, and I can't trust Doc Rivers as well. He's someone I definitely can't trust, so it's going to be interesting to see. But I got to stick with my guns. I picked the Raptors to win, so I got to believe they're going to make this comeback. So I got the Raptors winning in 7, and yeah, we'll see. Oof. Now, this is another series that you should all be watching. I didn't expect this series to be this good. I did expect the Grizzlies to win in 5 or 6, like I did say in the last video. But if you're a Timberwolves fan, you should be burning right now, because you choked away 2 20-point leads this series. You choked away a big 4th quarter lead this series as well in the last game. Really and truly, the Timberwolves really should be winning this series. But again, man, that's what I said about 2 inexperienced young teams. This guy, you cannot get in front of this guy, man. When he's able to just spring up out of nowhere, you think it's a layup, boom. Hey, Malik Beasley, sorry, my bro. Jesus. Listen, man, listen. If you're a Grizzlies fan, I don't even know how you should be feeling, because really and truly, you probably know you shouldn't be winning this series at the moment. Ja Morant finally had that superstar game we've all been waiting for, but then you got Jaren Jackson Jr. always in foul trouble. So defensively, it's been a struggle for you guys trying to lock that down. Karl Anthony Towns, with him, yeah, I don't know which game I'm going to get from him. He can be dropping 40 points one day and then 8 points the next. So look at that. The Timberwolves had an 11-point lead with 8 minutes to go, or 9 minutes to go in the game. If you're the coach or players, you should be burning right now, because you understand that really and truly we should be winning this series. But when you got a player like this, who's finally ascended and had that superstar game, let's see what we got. Tie game. 3 seconds left. Ball obviously we know is going to go to Morant. Let's see what he does right here. Anthony Edwards, why did you try to go high side and try to steal the ball? That's what I said, man. When you got 2 young teams as well, they're prone to make like really young rookie mistakes. And we've seen it a lot in this series, especially with the Timberwolves giving away 2 20-point leads in one game. I do see Anthony Edwards having a big game as well. But D'Lo, I don't know, man. You got to step up, my bro. You really got to understand that. Listen, the season's on the line here. We understand. He needs to be better. The team needs to be better as well. So I see the Timberwolves tying it up, and I do see Grizzlies winning in 7. I'm gonna say. I think the Hawks could easily win the series. Listen, this one burns me, because I picked the Hawks to win in 6 or 7, and yeah, they had Trae Young in hell. The guy I think he averaged about 12, 13 points the whole series. Missing free throws, missing shots. Obviously, you understand that the Miami Heat are one of the best defensive teams in the league. You got Bam Adebayo, you got Jimmy Butler, you got, what's his name again, PJ Tucker. This guy has been in the league for how many years, but he's still great defensively as well. If you're a Hawks fan, you must understand, this game should have been ours. You had Jimmy Butler and Kyle Lowry both out, and you still couldn't close the game. Just making dumb mistakes, forcing the ball into the corner, easy trap right there, dumb decision, game over, series over. So, the Heat, can they make it into the NBA Finals? I don't know. I still need to see more from them because with the Heat, I understand who they are defensively, but offensively, I don't know. Do I trust Jimmy Butler to be that superstar? I have seen him do it in a bubble in the playoffs a couple years ago, but again, man, now it's a bit different. You're going against better teams now as well. And I know if they play the Celtics as well, the Celtics are going to remember what happened a couple years ago in that bubble. So they're definitely going to have something for that team. I think they can make it into the conference finals, but I don't think they're going to make it to the NBA finals. What did I tell you guys about this team? The Utah Jazz are just unserious. Obviously, I picked them to win because I thought Luka would have been out a bit longer. I thought they would have been up in the series. But then you had Jalen Brunson turning into Michael Jordan. This is about Luka, your star player. The Jazz as well, they got an interesting summer coming up because I think for a fact, Donovan Mitchell, if they don't bring another player in, Donovan Mitchell's asking for a trade. Rudy Gobert is probably going to be offered in trade talks as well. I expect that the Dallas Mavericks are going to close it out tonight. I expect them to. So with Luka coming back, dropping 30 points in both games, fresh off a calf injury, listen, you know he's feeling it now. I expect the Dallas Mavericks to close the series out. I hope they do because I'm so tired. This team makes me sick. The Utah Jazz are just making me sick.
I can't tell you how disgusted I am.
Choking away leads all the time, just unserious on defense, being able to lose without team star players. Because they've done it happen last year with no Kawhi, they still managed to lose to the Clippers, and now they've done it this year as well. With Luka missing about 3 games, they managed to lose 2 of those games. They're just an unserious team, man. I do expect them to close out this series on Thursday, and if they don't, then we have a series on our hand. But let's be serious, man. We need to get the Utah Jazz out of here, man. I'm so sick of that team. We got the Warriors and Nuggets. The Nuggets made a valiant effort to obviously get 1 game. Kyrie and KD couldn't do that, but I do expect the Warriors to close it out tonight. Are they playing tonight? Yeah, I do expect them to close it out tonight. I expect Curry and Clay to really put on a show them why they're champions, and obviously Draymond as well defensively. Yeah, man, the series should be over tonight. I can't lie, as a Lakers fan, I will pray that the Warriors somehow choke this lead, because I do not want to see Curry get another ring. Yes, his agenda right now. I do have an agenda. Kyrie, KD, Steph, and CP3. Listen, I'm always good for CP3 slander. Those are 4 guys that can't be getting rings at the moment. With LeBron out of the playoffs, yes, I am LeBron FC. If you didn't know, now you know. They can't be getting rings. When Steph sees CP3, we all know his eyes light up. CP3 does not want to see Steph Curry in the playoffs. I guarantee you that. And especially with Booker out as well. Listen, man, the Warriors are looking at a good path right now. If they can get past, obviously, the Nuggets, which I do expect them to do. So that's another episode wrapped up. I'm going to try to do another episode just before the second round so we can get into the matchups and whatnot. And if you haven't already, just like, comment and subscribe to your boy. It helps me out a lot. It'll take 2 seconds. And if you want to talk basketball as well, just comment, hit me up on Instagram. I'll put that somewhere here. Hit me up on Insta as well, and we can obviously get into the talk. I'm Jay, and that's another episode of the Out of Bounds Show.